I think if you take our course to another faculty, they will obviously say that there is something wrong. So if you have a genuine query, please come to us. You will actually, Mr. Rawat will clarify that doubt for you. I mean, and I would like to answer your question. You said, how do you not get lost when the course is so huge? And if you're a first time, wherever you're starting from, I'm not saying a particular teacher is good or our course is the best. What I'm trying to say is there's a way, and how you can actually not get lost is that do that time planning. It's very important that you have to know that I have to finish my so-and-so course and so-and-so chapter by so-and-so date. Otherwise, you'll keep on deep diving into it. That expert knowledge that the institute requires. How do you know you're becoming an expert? We already have one with us, thank you. Yeah. But as you go along, you have to move on. Don't get attached. What I normally say is we get married to a question. Whether it is while you're studying or you in the exam. You have to move on. Keep moving on. Have a target that by this date I need to finish this and move on. And you will not get lost. And this is only a medium way. I think we've tried to concise everything. The reviews have happened so that every minute of yours is precious. And learning is done, but testing is most important. What this course really offers you. Please.
Divya, like you mentioned, same thing, when we are studying, there is certain, I would say, guilt feeling or psychological thing within us. We would be like, if we've started a chapter, we need to do from page number 1 to last page, we need to do each and every page. And if we are stuck somewhere, then we'll keep spending time on it. So somewhere within us, we don't have the ability to judge what requires how much time and focus and what is critical to what extent. Probably that judgment we don't have. Exactly. So there is one is lack of judgment and second is lack of faith in ourselves. That
if I can add, how do you know that whatever you're leaving will come in the exam? That's exactly the opposite. You always feel I will revise, and no matter how many attempts you give, till the last minute you'll be revising because yehi exam mein aayega. How do you know that? And that's why I'm saying don't get married to a question. Move on. You need to finish so many papers, and there's so much of course. The very question, how does the institute know that the question that you haven't understood will come in the exam and your neighbor has done something else and that will also come in the exam from the same paper? It's good. Highly, this is all psychological. That guilt. Don't move on, please.
Hi, I'm Himanshu and my attempt is in November 17, so practically I have not attended any class for CA finals. But from my experience of intermediate classes, what I see is there's some concepts that need different kind of approaches for different students. Not everyone can understand from the same approach. Absolutely. So the teacher at that particular moment has to resort to some other approach so that the person is understanding it. So in these kind of classes where it is already recorded, how do we as a student tackle that, understanding a concept from a different approach at that very moment?
Very good. Thank you for the question. How is this answered in a regular class that you go to?
No, in a regular class that I've already had in VSET classes, we used to send the query and the teacher would resort to something else.
That's exactly what will happen here also. You can send us the query. It's a very good question I would like to add because, as I said, we spent 2 years in doing this. There have been various iterations to the recorded lectures that you see today. It is, in fact, what we try to do is, there was a professor and he said, I need students in front of me so I can record, because I can't teach into the camera. And then we realized when we had these students sit there, 3-4 students, the complete attention is going to those students. We've tried to make sure that he's speaking to the camera so that when you look at the videos, you feel as if the faculty is talking to you. You are the student. We had a very senior person from the film world who helped us with these videos. It's all professionally done. Yes, I do understand it takes time. I'm not saying that, what I would like to add is that when I'm talking to all of you, there are 10% people who are completely convinced that this is absolutely right thing, 80% who are dilly-dallying, who don't know, 10% who say it's useless. And according to me, 80% I don't even want to cater to right now because those 80 will follow the herd mentality. I want 10% of the people who are convinced, who believe in us, so that I can believe in you. It is a mutual way, and 10% who won't, because I would want to sit with you all. Please come to me and tell me what your doubts are. How that will happen, that individual guidance will have to be done, which, trust me, no other teacher does. I'm sitting with Srishti these days, the way I sat with the Shania, and the reason I do this is because I try and understand what are the various groups of people which exist to write the CA. And that is what we are trying to build into a software. When I sit with you, that's what helps me, to implement that into the software so that all these things will come about. Did I answer your doubt? Yeah. Thank you for the question. Very good question.